I be sparking and rushing, mad like inside the dark, call me Will Snatcher. Just a brother for the rapture. I hang live, holding on strong, hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my same like a lot.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys some major news in regards to Boruto Naruto Next Generations anime episodes. We have episode titles and summaries for Boruto episode 257 all the way up to Boruto episode 261 and episode 258. I'm actually excited to see what's done here because I like the animation studio that's going to be handling Boruto episode 258, and it looks like there might be an opportunity that in episode 258 we might actually see some of the stuff from the Naruto Parent and Child Day novel be adapted very loosely, albeit, because again, that novel, Boruto wasn't exactly a huge role in that novel, unlike what you saw in the anime previously. So getting right into the information we have, as always, this is courtesy of Organic Dinosaur, so much respect to Organic Dinosaur for purchasing the magazines and translating this, or getting it off of TV Tokyo's website and translating that information. So episode 257 is going to be airing on July 10th, and it's titled Konohamaru Became the Hokage. And so far on this one, this is going to be done by Studio Jiwoo, and people have been sharing the image and it does not look like it's going to be the best just based off of the art that's seen, but we gotta wait and see the stuff in motion, see what the animation looks like. So according to the summary, it says that Naruto was originally asked to shoot a movie and play the role of the 7th Hokage himself in the popular ninja film series Evil Jammer Kagemasa. It was then arranged for Konohamaru to make an appearance as a stand-in for Naruto, as Naruto's substitute would be Konohamaru's first time performing in a movie. In addition, Konohamaru is eager to be playing the role of 7th Hokage since Naruto is someone whom he respects. However, the situation at the film set is different from what he expected it to be. Konohamaru is bewildered by it. Then Konohamaru hears some feedback from the assistant director. They go on to devise a plan in order to make the movie more interesting. So I'm just gonna say it right here. Like, I'm a little disappointed. Like, I get it. Like, there's a need to put Konohamaru in the spotlight because if you read the manga, you know that Konohamaru is essentially non-existent. Sarada is the Chunin, and that was a nice backdoor way to just have Konohamaru go off and do the special missions that he was doing alongside Mujino when he wasn't doing missions with Team 7. So I have to say, I kind of like that they gave us more Konohamaru. I just don't like that they put him in like this. We've already seen Konohamaru in a situation where he had to stand in for Naruto because Himawari knocked out Naruto, and so Konohamaru used a transformation jutsu and fooled the village. It's kind of the same thing here. Kind of looking at this going, like, I get it, Naruto's busy, can't belittle himself, especially being Kagemasa's film, which that's a character we saw back during the Academy arc. I understand that, but if Konohamaru doesn't use a transformation jutsu, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. This kind of feels like this is gonna be a slice of life moment to give Konohamaru more inspiration to be Hokage. Not really looking forward to that one, but I'm going to the episode with an open mind like I did last week. So episode 258. So this is the episode I told you guys. I am very curious to see it because I like the animation studio a lot. 257 is going to be done by Jiwoo Animation. That's the people studio PR kind of grooming for up and coming. Hanjin Animation, they've actually done some of the Boruto episodes I like a lot. For reference, they had some of the better animated episodes in this last arc that we just wrapped up, like Boruto episode 241. That was their brainchild. You also had Boruto episode 250, which was animated by them as well. Those are two very solid episodes. Everything from the composition used for the animation to the squash and stretch to the slow in and out, the secondary action, the emotions in terms of exaggerated expressions. They absolutely nailed both episodes they did in this arc. So I got really good expectations for episode 258. So the episode summary for this one is titled Boruto episode 258, the Uzumaki family trip to the hot springs. Going to be airing on July 17th, and that was published originally in Animedia magazine. So it says that Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, Hinata, and Himawari are finally heading off on a family vacation together to the hot springs. The five of them immediately start to enjoy themselves to their own heart's content during their trip as a family. They got to have food and drinks at the end, play ping pong, and then spend some time at the hot springs. They're all completely satisfied with their stay. Even Kawaki, who was normally reserved, was hesitant about leaving because Boruto and everyone else had spent such an enjoyable time together. Then Boruto and Kawaki noticed an announcement the inn is going to hold a sponsored event. They decided to stay and participate in the event because both of them were interested in winning the prize. So wow, okay, so I saw the title for this and I thought that this was going to be that big Hinata versus Hanabi battle that takes place in the Naruto Parent and Child A novel that was not shown in the anime, but I've done a video discussing the circumstances leading up to that fight. So I was kind of thinking that they might do this because Uzumaki family tripped to the hot springs, and that's the same hot springs where Naruto and Hinata went on their honeymoon. So I was kind of thinking this might be something like that. It isn't the case, but it looks like we're probably going to have like Boruto and Kawaki either teaming up or they're going to have some type of a sparring match. More just kind of setting up for what's inevitably coming. You saw the episode preview, so you already know we're going into a situation where Boruto versus Kawaki is coming. The anime opening kind of hyped you up for it, so it's just showing more of the split building into that. Now, episode 259 is titled A Wound That Won't Heal, and that's going to be airing on July 24th, and it's stating that recently Mitsuki has gotten a bit more worried about his cat Mikazuki. Mikazuki has started not showing up as much. Meanwhile, the police department has been going through some rough times too. They've been having difficulties in investigating a series of strange attacks at their request. Mitsuki, Boruto, and Sarada will cooperate together and take on some patrols inside the village. Day in and day out, Mitsuki spends all of his time doing the patrols, but one day he starts Mikazuki, and however, his cat is now being fed pet food by a different person. Mizuzuki is also now responding, being called a different name. In addition, Mikazuki is being cute and affectionate towards someone else. So this one, like, I get it, like this episode, they're using the cat as an anchor to have Mitsuki learn about the different parts of humanity. He had the cat where he first met him. I think that was the episode, the Rainy Day Killer or something like that. And that's when he got the cat, and he's had the opportunity to kind of learn what it means to take care of somebody other than yourself and to be affectionate, feel that responsibility. Looks like he's about to learn what happens when you neglect those people who actually care about you. So that's needed for the process. I get it. Like, that's an anchor. I'm not too excited about that, but we'll wait and see what the anime is going to be doing in terms of how they're going to be handling Mitsuki's character arc right here. This is another one gonna be done by Studio Jiwoo. They're gonna be handling this one. So episode 260 is titled Fireworks of Love, and this one I'm already really hyped about because Kakashi Hatake is in it. So this was also published in Animedia magazine, and it says, while Boruto and Kakashi Hatake are walking down the street together, they suddenly encounter some people who are having an argument with one another. Boruto then happens to catch a glimpse of a young man and woman who seem to be depressed. A tense mood surrounds them. The relationship between the two of them appears to be so that they are engaged to be married. However, each of their grandfathers are leaders of opposing clans. It seems as though neither of them want to broach the subject either. Boruto thinks about their situation and wants to do something to help them out for the sake of the couple's futures. Boruto asks Kakashi to support them too. However, Kakashi is completely unmotivated to intervene, figures. But then something stirs up Kakashi that makes him suddenly want to spring to action. So this one, I'm kind of curious. I want to see what clans inside of Konoha actually got beef. Because the only clans that we know for certain is really beefing with each other are Uchiha and the Senju clan. And it's not going to be either one of those. So I'm kind of curious to see who this clan is and how they're going to handle it and how far they go into this, because I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting closer to Naruto's age now, so maybe I'm looking at things differently. But I know for me, to get personal for a second, I know what it's like to be in a relationship with somebody and people in your own family aren't necessarily approving of them before they even met them. So I'm kind of curious to see how that kind of goes right there, because I know what that was like for me a few years ago. You know, my sister kind of let me know, like, yo, mom ain't too happy with the fact that you dating this person. She hasn't met her, but she just looked at her and she's not a fan of it, which is absolutely stupid to think that we're still judging people off of skin color. But you know, it is what it is. But I mean, that played a role in my relationship getting detracted because I let that shit get in my head and it got into my relationship because I had to talk about it. You don't realize how much messed up shit you got with your own family until you start getting serious enough with somebody, you start thinking about a fucking future with them. So when I read this, I was like, yo, fam, I totally understand. What, family not a big fan of the person you into? Fuck it, Uchiha Massacre in this bitch. I'm cool with that one. So episode 261, everybody who wanted Himawari to be a ninja, you should be celebrating right now because Himawari has joined the academy. Our 11-year-old princess has joined the academy. Congratulations. If you predicted this, you are a great prognosticator, man. As you guys know, I was not a big fan of Himawari becoming a ninja and going through the academy. I thought it was kind of nice parallel to have one child that was willing to do the ninja life and the other one that wanted to be the civilian. I gotta say, that episode where she tried out for the academy, I kind of like that. That was kind of pretty cool to see her leadership aspects and more Himawari's character. So I'm going in this one with a open mind here. So, and that's only because of the goodwill that Himawari in the academy trial episode, the goodwill that Himawari built up with me on that. So this is going to be airing on August 7th, episode 261, Kawaki, the Ninja Academy enrollment. So right here it says that Kawaki has been enrolled as a new student into the Ninja Academy, entering together with Himawari and her friends. However, this is just for outward appearances, obviously. Actually, there is a foreign exchange student from another country who's attending too, Princess Yukiwari. She doesn't understand things quite for herself yet, but Kawaki is on a completely secret escort mission to protect her from unknown assailants. Since Naruto has personally requested for this mission to be done, Kawaki decided to reluctantly start attending the academy amongst the junior students, starting off with even their homeroom teacher, Hanakaka. All of yo, I know I butchered that. I know what that sounds like. Hanakaka. Yo, dirty jokes out the way. All of Kawaki's classmates just seem to have their own idiosyncrasies. Since Kawaki struggles with cooperativeness, there will be plenty of difficulties in store for Kawaki as he embarks upon school life. So I gotta say, outside of the slip of the tongue there, I gotta say, man, this is gonna be interesting. I could kind of see this being used as, again, a backdoor way to build up towards Boruto Chapter 58 being adapted in the anime, where Kawaki's like, fuck all this ninja shit. I'm gonna do things the way Jigen said it because Jigen and Kara were right. I can kind of see Kawaki getting annoyed with having to learn all this stuff at the academy and learning more of the things that the ninja are doing. And when he sees Sarda implementing some of the same stuff that they teach in the academy, the basic stuffs like learning to gather your chakra and meditation, etc., that's going to explain why he snaps the way he does. So, I mean, overall, when it comes to episodes I'm looking forward to, the Uzumaki Family Hot Springs, that's a episode I'm looking forward to purely because of the animation studio, and episode 260 I'm looking forward to because it's always nice to see Kakashi in there, and the synopsis kind of has my interest. Maybe if it's only for personal reasons, I'm very interested to see that one. We don't know who's going to be producing episode 261. I wouldn't think Studio Pierrot will be working on this one. This will probably be another Jiwoo, or it might even be Studio Mouse or Studio Fortune. Kind of hoping it's not Studio Fortune, but I mean, that remains to be seen. For a reference, Studio Fortune did Boruto episode 252. So overall, I'm curious to see which episode you guys are interested on. While you think that over, consider watching these other videos on the screen right now.